Well, John, that was quite the response, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had quite the response to Derby last week, and a really good response to what happened early in the game, going a goal down, nearly going 2 goals down, and just responding to that adversity and not letting our heads drop and making sure we got back in the game. It was such a frantic first half. It was really important. I think we got back in with the lead or got back in with not too much damage, and I thought we were superb in the second half.
Callum Lang, any words about him?
You probably run out of superlative to describe his performance today. Not just the goals that he scored, but I thought his overall the overall effort, the way that he pressed, the way that he closed down, the way that he controlled it when it came into him. He created. He just had everything about his game today, and fully deserved the goals. And Callum's been probably our shining light this season in terms of performances and goals, and he deserved everything he got today.
That press so crucial to today's victory, and at moments got fans out their seats celebrating like a goal. How good is that to see?
Yeah, it's great. That's we know we're going to get that response from the fans here at Fratton Park, because there's just one thing that fans I think require, which is it's a bit of a cliche, but it's the passion, it's the energy, it's knowing that we've got players playing for the shirt, and whether we see that in the quality that we show in possession or the hunger and desire out of possession, we get that response, and it was brilliant to see.
Obviously a frustrating start, may have been an offside decision in that first Coventry goal, but what inspired such a comeback like that?
I don't think anything in particular inspired it. I think that these things happen in games. We have to make sure that you stay level-headed, and it's one thing that in previous weeks, maybe not previous weeks, but in previous games this season, we've not responded well enough to is going a goal down early on. It's a big frustration that we've done that again today, but we have to look at that and go again on Monday. But we have to respond to adversity sometimes. Things maybe don't go your way. Maybe a foul in the build-up, maybe an offside shout. But we've got to dust ourselves off and go again. And I thought the response there was really good. Sort of stuck to the game plan. I did think the first half became a bit frantic and a bit end-to-end, which it was great viewing. There were a load of chances, but I don't think either head coach would have been particularly pleased with the way that was panned out. I think we both probably wanted to see a bit more of a controlled game, but thankfully we went in 2-1 up and sorted ourselves out in the second half.
What did you say to the boys at half-time? Because they managed to control that chaos towards the end of the first half and kept on going. Sort of 10 minutes in, we're 4-1 up.
I didn't have a huge amount actually to say. We made a couple of very, very minor adjustments on the press. Because Coventry are a really good side, and from what we've seen, and I'm sure what we'll see going on this season, I think they'll be excellent. So we had to make sure we were aware of that, and just making sure we used the wind in our favour, making sure we kept pressing, making sure that we tried to keep them pinned in their half. And one of the things that I thought in the first half was good about our game, anytime we did put a foot on the ball and play, we didn't have to overplay, but anytime we put the foot on the ball and actually played, we created opportunities, and I thought we opened Coventry up. So sometimes when the game's frantic, if we can settle down and go from there, then I think we're a good side, and we need to do a bit more of that. So when you press high, win the ball back, it's about finding that first pass or finding the pass wide so we can cross the ball and get a chance at goal.
And what did you say to the boys at the end of the game after such a brilliant victory and ahead of such a busy festive period now?
I said superb performance, enjoy it, and make sure that they do all the right things in terms of rest and recovery, because we've got that festive period. But it was a big one today in terms of the rewards, lifting ourselves at least temporarily out of the bottom three. Really big for us to be able to do that, I think. And one way you can enjoy your Christmas a bit more, just mentally, not in terms of overdoing it. And I know the lads in there won't do it because we've got tough games coming up, and we've got to go again and again and again.
And means the fans can enjoy their Christmases off the back of a nice 4-1 victory as well. Yeah,
I mean, I spoke after the game last week about the response that we got from the fans up at Derby and how ridiculous it was, because of the fact that I still stick by it. No other team in the country gets that response after losing 4-0 away from home. And we owed it to them today to make sure we put in the performance at least. Thankfully, we've got the performance and the result. And I thought for periods of that second half, particularly when we went 4-1 up, it was as loud and as raucous as I've heard and seen Fratton Park. So amazing to have that back in. And we've got to keep going, and we've got to keep rewarding the fans with more performances like that.
And just finally, we're looking ahead, sort of injury news. Regan Paul, what's the latest on him?
Yeah, Regan's okay. We had a scan and it came back that Regan's going to be about two to 3 weeks from the time of the injury, which was 10 days ago against Norwich. So on Tuesday, that'll be 2 weeks. So we're looking at the new year for Regan, but we'll be slightly cautious with him because of the fact that it's the hamstring on the side that he had the ACL graft. But yeah, we'll keep trying to progress with Regan. And then a couple of just minor knocks that kept players out of squads today.